Welcome back to Thrifty with AA. My name is Abdulaziz. This channel is about how to be wise with your money and being resourceful. In my last video, I showed you how I managed to transform my basement, which was a very messy, dirty, untidy place, into my dream man cave and YouTube studio without being a builder and on a budget. And in today's episode, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty, which is my tech setup for my YouTube studio. A lot of people think you need to spend thousands to create a professional setup, but I've managed to create a professional setup on a very small budget, really, just by shopping around. And I'm going to show you what I've got and where I bought it from so that you can maybe emulate something along those lines. So my computer is a Fujitsu Esprimo D9012. Professional workstation. It came with an 12th generation i5 processor, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage space, and an NVIDIA T600 graphics card. So I've actually upgraded the computer slightly myself. I've put a network card in there, a wireless network card, which allows me to connect to my home Wi-Fi without any connections, and also a hard drive. I've got a 1 terabyte hard drive in there as well. So now I've got 1.5 terabytes of storage space. So this computer can do more than what I really need right now. So that will set me fine for a few years. So I bought this computer about a year and a half ago for £255. At the time, it was valued about £800. So even today, it's worth about £700. It's a great find. I'm really happy with that. I paid about a third of the cost of what it actually is. So that was a great find. The next thing I'd like to show you is my monitor. It's a Alienware 34-inch wide, super wide curved monitor. It's great when you're working on a couple of documents or have multiple windows open. It's got so much space and the resolution is quite high. So 3440 by 1440 lines. So I bought this monitor used. At the time, it was about 6 months old. The person selling it was downsizing his flat, so he was selling it. He had it for several months, and he paid £500 for the monitor. And when he sold it on eBay, I won it on a bid for £255. So my keyboard and mouse is something I didn't want to compromise on. So I went for a Logitech MX Keys S keyboard with an MX Master 3S mouse. Now the keyboard is illuminated. It's very nice to type on, and I've used a Logitech illuminated keyboard for the last decade upstairs, so I've definitely wanted to get another Logitech keyboard. And the mouse is also really good for productivity. It's got an extra wheel and it's got some extra buttons. I use it for volume control and also forward and backward when browsing. So together with that set came the desk mat, and the desk mat is really useful. It's the first time I've had a desk mat. Depending on which part of the desk I'm sitting, I can slide the desk mat around. And also at the end of the night, sometimes I just push the desk mat under the shelf just to keep my keyboard dust free. I paid for this set, the keyboard, mouse, and the mouse mat, I paid £130 on offer, where the RRP was £150 directly from Logitech. Now for any studio, you need a good microphone. So I've got a Rode NT USB microphone, which is a professional condenser mic. I'm very pleased with this microphone. I think the sound quality is great. Let's demonstrate what the sound quality is like without the microphone. So here's a demo of the sound without the microphone. I hope it makes a difference when I put the microphone back on. Rather than spending a moderate amount of money on an average microphone, I thought I'd buy a used professional microphone and see how it goes. So I'm pretty pleased with this. I bought this microphone on eBay. It cost me £30, which was a bargain really. Straight after winning this microphone, I bought myself a boom arm, which attaches to my desk with a clamp, and it's pretty maneuverable. And it's also a Rode brand boom arm. This boom arm cost £95 on Amazon, and I was really lucky. I found this used one on eBay, and I'm absolutely for buying used mechanical items, because if it's mechanical and it's not electronic, it's not going to affect your sound quality or your video quality. So for my lighting, I'd say there's only one main light. I have 3 USB strip lights which are just illuminating this bookcase and the other bookcase on my desk. They're not very bright, but the main light that I'm using is this light on a tripod. I don't know what they're called. If you know, please write that in the comments. So this light, it can change between cool, warm, and natural. So I use the natural setting. So this light I bought on Temu, and it cost me £16. So I've got two tripods. My main tripod is this Tac Life one, which I bought on eBay for £20. It's quite sturdy. It is pretty well balanced, and it's the one that I primarily use. The Tac Life one was £20, and I've got an additional one which is slightly smaller. It's actually very flimsy. I bought it on Temu just to see what it's like. It's not great, so I keep it at home and I keep my other little camera on it. So the thing I haven't spoken about is the most important item, which is my camera. The camera that I'm using is my smartphone. So I'm using my iPhone 15 Pro Max. It is about 1.5 years old, but it does the job, and the camera quality is still comparable to some of the latest phones. So that's my main camera, and the storage space is decent enough. So the storage amount is decent on the phone, so I can record quite a bit of footage, and I actually do most of my editing on the phone. So I'd just like to say that if you want to start recording straight away, that you only need 3 of the things that I've talked about today. You need a decent smartphone with a good camera, which you probably already have, and a good quality microphone, and also a good light. So those are the 3 things that you essentially need. So for the whole list of items that I've showed you so far, I would consider that is for my own studio setup or my man cave setup for my home office, and I need a decent computer with good recording equipment. So that's my setup. By buying a few items that are secondhand and also searching around for offers, I managed to accumulate these items for my professional setup for only £761. In saving, by buying secondhand and also from offers, I've made a saving of £910, which is a huge saving on such a setup. I've got 3 other items which I'd like to show you, which are not essential. Well, I don't consider them to be essential, but a little bit of a luxury. And the first item is an LCD screen. So this is a 10.5 inch LCD screen which I bought on Temu. It just allows me to correct my position in the camera and correct the camera, make sure my hair's fine and my beard is fine. And you may not have a beard, of course, but it's great to give you a bit of confidence to be sure that you've got the right shot. I also have this DJI gimbal. This is the DJI Osmo 2 gimbal. I've had this for a couple of years. I think I paid about £80 for it, but it's really good for smooth shots. If you're walking around, even indoors, if you wanted to take some nice shots, it gives you a smooth, stable shot. If you're walking around outside hiking, this is what you need to get a nice, smooth and stable shot. So this is one of the things that I use every now and again, but again, it's not essential. So the last item I'll show you is my spare camera, which I haven't used for my YouTube videos yet. I bought this primarily to do outdoor shots. It's great if you're running around, if you're on a bike. I've got a chest brace for it. So this is my additional camera. Again, it's not essential. I paid £180 for this brand new on eBay. Its RRP is about £220. So I made a little bit of a saving, but I just needed an additional camera. So I've got the DJI Action 4. So the setup that I have allows me to record with confidence, knowing it's a professional setup, without stressing about the fact that I spent so much money on it. So I highly recommend looking on the second-hand market first before buying brand new on certain items, because you can pick up a bargain, and sometimes you get items at half price, and as you saw with my computer, I got it at a third of the actual recommended retail price. If you have any recommendations where I can improve my sound quality or my lighting, please drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this video useful and you like the idea of saving money, please hit the subscribe button and press the notifications bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks for watching. Remember to be thrifty. I'll see you soon.